Yeah, it definitely makes for a very different run. That's for sure. Do you know how many different layouts for dungeons there are? If you're asking how many different layout types, it's like one, two. It's a lot. Let's see. There's small, small, medium, medium, large. And then there's all the unique ones, which are like crossroads. One sec. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to say 7. Might be more. Like those determine the general grid that will spawn, but that the rooms that actually end up spawning end up depending on a lot of other parameters that depend floor by floor. There is a list of what every floor's parameters are somewhere. If you check, I think in the Time Darkness Sky Discord, if you check the pins and scroll very far down, there should be a massive spreadsheet that contains a lot of information about the PMD games. And in the sort of page index, there should be a link to a dungeon guide that contains all the parameters. Or alternatively, if you're a bit more like tech savvy, you can download a program called Sky Tempo, which allows you to browse through the game files, and you can see floor by floor what all the parameters are. Might be that one, yeah. That would be more convenient than scrolling pins. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. And then just check Explorers, and there should be a dungeon FAQ for Sky. There's 2 of them, actually. I think it's the second one. Might be the first one. Yeah, the first one is what I checked. The first one that tells you, for example, for every floor, like it tells you if it's a small layout, medium, large, or whatever. And I'm not... There should be somewhere that explains you what... Okay, yeah, thank you. There should be somewhere that explains you what all that means. But to give you a general idea, what you can know if a floor is small, for example, is it'll always be at most 2 rooms wide horizontally. So if you see 2 rooms on a layout that you know for a fact is small, that means that there cannot be any rooms further right. And if it's a small layout, it'll always spawn on the left side of the minimap. So you know that once you get to the sort of middle point of the minimap vertically, there's nothing on the right side. And there's no point in checking that. Small medium is always 3 rooms wide at most horizontally. And medium large can be as much as 6, depending on the parameters. Again, each floor has additional parameters that affect how they spawn. There's a document that Shady linked me that explains in extreme detail how the algorithm for generating a dungeon worked. Or you can look on YouTube. Someone called the Zaz Glitch made a video explaining the algorithm. It talks about how it works for a rescue team, but it's basically identical for explorers. So you can get a general idea of how the map gets generated. I don't know if that's what that was the answer that you were looking for. But that's like, if you want to get a better understanding of how dungeon generation works and like what the strategy you should adopt to check rooms is, that's where I'd look. I'd look into into the different layout types that can be set for dungeons, and get an idea of how they get generated, like, and then you can get an idea of like what paths are more likely to lead somewhere, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't even know if that was actually what you were asking, but you might have just asked like all the possible RNG seeds, which in that case I think it's two 16-bit values that control it. So whatever the number for a 32-bit integer is. Oh, that was a gold. Very nice. I gotcha. Yeah, that's where I'd look. I'll look into the dungeon guide, or actually, I think a better introduction is probably Zaz Glitch's video, because that basically talks it from the start. It isn't as detailed, but that's probably what I'd say. That's another gold. Damn. Okay, that's how this run will start. No. So basically, yeah, there are two 16-bit values that control how the RNG works, I believe. So I think the amount of possible level designs that can be generated for Beach Cave, I think, is something like 4 million, I think is the number. 4 million something. Does anybody know offhand what 2 to the power of 32 is? So that's the number. But there are things that you can predict, like all the layouts in Beach Cave are small, so you know for a fact that they're always gonna be 2 rooms wide in Beach Cave and in Beach Cave only. On the other hand, for example, in something like Tree Shroud Forest, you're never gonna see small layouts. So those typically have at least 3 rooms horizontally. I might be making less and less sense the more I explain this, but 4 billion, okay. No, I don't, regular. If I got a gold, that's because I beat my own split. Yeah, so there's basically no way you're gonna like see a layout and be like, oh yes, I recognize this one. Unless you start from a save state or a save file, in which case you could land on the same seed twice. Like, that is possible, and I've had that happen. If you do land on the same seed at the start of the dungeon, you can predict how the rest of the dungeon is gonna go. Like, you're always gonna get the same floors, because it gets generated at the very beginning. I guess? Like, Beach Cave has 4 floors, but yeah, I guess, yeah, I guess it's 4 of those sequentially or something like that. Yeah. Only shows the pace, yeah. That's the one downside about making a comparison like this. You're not gonna see the split time, which is actually something I look at. I'm just gonna have to take a guess. I think that's how that would work, yeah. I'm not confident if it's a seed initialization that gets copied and then it generates the next values sequentially, or if somehow those... I don't know if what I said is entirely correct. I don't know if those two seeds are used to generate another number, and then the number of possible floors ends up being less. But yeah, the gist of it is there's a lot of them. And like, you're never gonna have like 2 full game runs that get the same dungeon. Like, that's just not happening. Yeah, you can find similarities. That's the one thing, because once you know the algorithm, you can kind of understand that there's a pattern to how the rooms are laid out. Like, I think the number one thing that you can like start realizing right off the bat is that the rooms are basically generated as a grid. So like, imagine taking a rectangle and just dividing it into several rectangles of the same size. If that makes sense, like, think of it like as a like just a grid, basically. And then the game ends up, depending on the parameters, it ends up determining that like each sector could or could not have a room, essentially. Like, it just picks an amount of sectors to place a room inside of. But like, you can start viewing the minimap as like a kind of grid. Different dungeon? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's just considered a different dungeon when it comes to the RNG generation. So yeah, not every sector is guaranteed to have a room. The game just, like, after it generates the grid, it just decides that, like, certain sectors will receive a room or not. Will receive a room, basically. And then some sectors will just be empty, or they'll just be like a hallway. But like, for example, if a grid is 2 rooms wide, there's never gonna be anything past that. Like, that's just the hard limit. The infinite belly glitch is found for the deepest of the game would be lost. Yeah, this run would look so much different if you had infinite belly. It wouldn't matter as much for No Wonder Mill. But since this is a run where you use an item that allows you to step through walls, but you can't do it too much because otherwise your belly goes way down. You still have to kind of play along with the game's hallways for the most part. But if an infinite belly glitch gets found, then you can just start completely just disrespecting the layouts. Yeah. I think it's good to like have stuff to do in between though, or you might get a little bored. But no, in my case, like, I mean, if you stream, first of all, you have people to talk with. If you don't stream, you can go to on other people's Twitch channels and, you know, chat or do other stuff or whatever. In my case, I found that like I can actually play other games casually in the meanwhile, on top of streaming, obviously. And another thing about this game is that since you can just hold B to advance the text, you can have both your hands free during the cutscenes. I'm gonna do this so that Skitty doesn't trigger that Lily. Sleep seed, okay. Yeah, you can just use like a clothespin or a chip pin or whatever to hold the B button down. Or even just an item that weighs it down in some way. Okay, that's not. Oh, this is good. Oh yeah, this is a pretty atypical speedrun for me too. I started speedrunning this game earlier this year, in like February, as a 12-hour challenge. I didn't even plan on like going as deep as I am. I typically speedrun platformers as well, but I ended up liking this a lot. So here I am, and I'm probably gonna speedrun more games from this series. Uh-oh. I'm doing a bunch of misinputs. But yeah, if I remember, I'll drop a follow. That's a lot of miss. Skitty's already out of fake outs. That's not normal. Okay, at least the dungeon is over. Okay, there we go. Still a pretty decent time. Actually, yeah, that's like a 17:20 something. I'd really appreciate having the segment times, but I don't. Waiting for the day he will play games during the cutscenes of the game he plays during PMD cutscenes. Yeah. Keep the train going. Running more when there's races, kinda hard for me to get motivated by myself. This could be games for 4 years. I gotcha. That's fair. Gotta be honest, I don't enjoy racing as much myself. I still do it every once in a while, but like if speedrunning was mostly about racing, then I don't think I'd enjoy it as much. I definitely like to PB attempts a lot more. But that's just me. That's just me. Oh yeah, 4Gem Gamer was learning this game the other week, and he was doing exactly Cookie Clicker during the cutscenes. So, you wouldn't be the first one, no? You didn't know Quick Clear is still relevant? I didn't either. But I guess it is. I mean, that's fair. Hey, what's going on, Pigeon Voyager? Thank you, Joe. We'll do our best. Yes, miles go for miles, and whatever the other rules are. But that's the most important one. Someone at work sent a buggerfish in a conversation. Wait, what? Just casually sneaking that in a work conversation. If it was a work conversation, but... I mean, why not, right? Alright, let's see if I can clear this at least. Oh boy. Okay. Ow! Okay, let's go. How many lives do I have? 2. Couple of meme group convos there, but I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, that's something pretty niche, I guess. Very. Very. At least, like, I'm assuming you're talking about Dark Crater. Yeah, typically you gotta have 2 or 3 reviver seeds for that dungeon. Or the chances of actually beating that are low. Yeah, pretty much. And not just Cresselia, I mean, you and your partner can die too. But yeah, Cresselia is pretty defenseless. I've only done a single Darkrai run, so I don't have the most experience on this, but that's what I remember from it. Not the only tricky part of the post-game, by far. Once you beat the game and start getting into the post-game dungeons, first of all, you start running into meaner and meaner traps. Like, for example, you're never gonna run into the 0 PP trap during the 80% portion, but you can find them in the post-game, and those are always pretty bad. And yeah, aside from that, the dungeons in general are really hard. The guild fight. The guild fight for graduation. That's something that you also probably want to have a few revives for. The Palkia dungeon. Don't remember much about that one. Palkia itself is actually really easy too if you have a hunger seed, because some bosses, which I remember being Gyarados and Palkia, you can just throw a hunger seed and they're done. Like, it basically makes them start dealing 1 HP of damage with all of their attack, regardless of what they do. And yeah, Palkia and Gyarados are vulnerable to those. None of the other post-game bosses are, I don't think. But yeah, you can just find that seed and then the boss becomes pretty free. Don't remember much about the dungeon itself. Tolerate BS after a while. Yeah, it becomes pretty much the norm. For sure. But the post-game dungeons definitely have a lot more chaos to them compared to 20%. Like, there's mayhem that can happen in the 80% dungeons, but not nearly as much as in the post-game. Post-game is just next level. Also, Aegis Cave is part of the Darkrai run, which is... I believe that's something like a 30 minutes variance sometimes. You can literally just like lose tens of minutes if you get unlucky. Lost some time there. And it's pretty good run. Too bad I'm going up against a gold Bristol. So, probably losing time against PB here. Maybe I should give Booster Man another try. I think that's his name anyway. Oh boy. Dude, can anything work against this guy? There we go. Oh, I think I have to hit him with it. Oh yeah, that's how it works. Okay, I get it. Next time. Alright, here we go. What kind of Bristol are we seeing today? At least I have a Max Elixir. Stun, I need that. Meant to go diagonally, but that's good. Heal Seed. I guess as a habit, I might keep that in my inventory. It is good against confusion. So typically you have a Warp Seed. Not that good of a start to Bristol. Really? Oh boy. Oh, there's an apple there, but I don't think I can. Wait, that don't fit that yet? Oh no. Okay. Okay. We're lucky that that led anywhere, I think. Drought. Okay, not the greatest Bristol, but this is very fine. It is a good split time. Actually, Honestly, that's still save time over record. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. Pretty sure I don't have a Blast Seed, so we'll just try to take Drowsy down normally, which is more risky. Does mean that this run has a slightly higher likelihood of dying here. But if we do get a run going here, then it's a good base. Okay, here we go. Yes. Oh, infatuated. Can you hit? Uh-oh. Okay. Bit slow, but that's that. I'll fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Doesn't matter that I missed like half my moves there. At least I'm past it. It's always good when you're past Drowsy. Okay, this is a 4-minute cutscene. Let's see if I can beat this guy. Although I think... Yeah, I still have low ammo for that. And there's no way to refill my stuff here. Might have to redo this stage again. Now that I have a better idea of how this heist weapon works against him. Yeah, get a WM gold, maybe. After all that practice earlier, surely it will mean that I'll gold this. Oh boy. Oh. I got. Wait, what the? Oh, you have to destroy that. Okay. Okay. Should have the ice weapon for the next time. That's fine, I guess. Oh, come on, man. Okay. That's enough Rockman in Forte. Wonder Mills are coming up soon. I'll get the list up. Again, I don't typically look at this unless it's either to remind myself of the code that comes left during saving or if I can spot a typo or something. But I have it up for safety anyway. If it all goes well, I'll just like do it all from memory. 4 codes for the first batch. I noticed it. I got a keyboard glitch. I switched from a key to another too early. Okay. For F. Oh, that was correct, actually. Okay. I deleted it because it seemed like a typo, but... Okay. Wasn't too bad. Again, when it comes to comparing against world record, what? I don't know what I was doing there. Whatever. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, when it comes to comparing against world record, I follow a different route. So I input 4 Wonder Mail codes in the first patch as opposed to 8. I'll lose time later. I'm also losing time on this split because of that menuing. Most likely. Oops. Corsola picked up the mobile scarf. Are you serious? Is it you? Please tell me it's you. Okay. That can go wrong. Enemies can pick up the mobile scarf and start going through walls themselves. So, yeah. Yeah, the reason why I do 4 myself is because it makes for faster menuing inside the actual mission menu. Like, the fact that I have 4 enabled on the first day means that I can just scroll the list down by 1 each time. And just enable missions like that instead of having to scroll multiple items. It's like a small menuing optimization. Okay, second batch. These are 6. Otherwise I'm with you. It makes sense to do 8 on the first batch. That's what I used to do. Oh, Argish, thank you for the tier 1 sub. The fresh tier 1 sub. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Sorry, in the middle of something at the moment, but... Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll take it. That should be a time save over PB. Okay. That's all 7. We're good. That is all the Wonder Mail codes for the run. Yeah, I knew. I know a bunch of Italians swing around these parts. There's just an entire Italian speedrunning community. I'm part of the team actually. So if you look at my Twitch profile, you should see that I'm part of an Italian speedrunning community team. In case you're interested in that kind of stuff. Best speedrunning community in the world. It's a chill community. Indeed. All right. Okay, good. You do need to fail a couple questions here. And also fail the last one. This makes for faster text. Okay, I need to get the next one right. Looking at potentially a pretty strong score. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the next one could be in person. I know they were looking for a place still. Because I think the one where we stayed at in Milan last time either closed or relocated. Dude, my finger slipped off the B button. I think my clothes spin is legit more reliable than my own finger. Next location will be even better. Here's hoping. good. Hey, John McD, welcome. Just read this game as we speak. Nice, hope you enjoy it. Great game in my humble opinion. Okay, I don't have any orbs at the moment, so just go to the next page and then press A. Or last page. Oh, dude, I had a terrible waterfall cave in my PBA. Hopefully this goes better. Oh, that last segment was cool, by the way. Nice. God, how long was that there? Probably just a couple seconds at most, I would assume. I got distracted. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Reset, please, dude. I wanna reset for that missed prompt. Wasted run. Anyway, you'll have to look forward to Sentry Duty 2, I guess. Make up the first one, yeah, basically. I've yet to equip Mobile Scarf, by the way. I'll have to do it inside of Waterfall Cave. Or I could, like, try waiting. I don't know. I've never done it. I feel like it will work a little worse without 5 gem to not immediately have a Mobile Scarf to skip enemies, potentially. Yeah, I think I'll equip it right away. Let's not try anything new in the middle of a run, please. Oops. Okay. Yeah, set Frost and equip Mobile. Sure. Might have to eat, considering the walls I've gone through already. Twist. Nothing. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up, but okay. Basically. The floor is fire to be technically correct, but pretty much. Pretty good. Okay, that's a more reasonable waterfall cave, absolutely. Good pace. Yep, really nice. Now, do bear in mind, when it comes to comparing against my PB on the right side, I have an insane Applewoods that I'm, like, definitely losing at least 30 seconds to. Like, I literally got something like 7 or 8 stair floors. That's an exceptional segment. I believe that beat my goal by over 30 seconds. Like, such an outlier. But yeah, good pace nonetheless. I think there is, like, a small chance for this to be a 112 Applewoods. Just a tiny chance. Again, I wish I could see what the exact segment times are, but due to the way I have the layout at the moment, I can't. See how much progress I make now. Cool. Yeah, okay. Whoops. Oh. There we go. I beat him. Finally. This took 2 days. Wave burner. Interesting weapon. Mega Man turned red and became evil. Totally what's happening there, yeah. Okay, I don't know what this room is. Let me see. Or stage or whatever. Oh, is this like a... Huh. Do you need like certain abilities to get stuff done here? Yeah, I don't know what this is about. Save the world from this threat. Stay tuned to find out. Yeah, Dr. Wally is the good guy now. What about... Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that does. Yeah, it's something to do with, like, having all the abilities, I think. I bet once you have gotten all the things in this stage of sorts, you can proceed to the end, or whatever. Stage clear? More fall to jump in there. Ah, yeah, you can tell you're Super Metroid runner. Astroman. Anyway, I've gotta play PMD soon. Ah, never mind. This is another pretty long cutscene. That's right, we have indeed started chapter 6. Which is the one with the really long cutscenes. That go on and never end. Could I... Hang on. This could be stupid. This could be a stupid idea. Yeah, it was a stupid idea. Just sentry duty warm-ups. Yeah. Right, yeah, the true part of the run. The thing that everybody loves this game for. Air dash. Yeah, if it was like Mega Man X2, you would totally use the air dash for that. Ooh. Oh, dude, come on. Didn't even let me a chance. Okay. You only played through X1 and X2. I could tell that you've played X2. Dude, Mega Man X2 is a 6 speedrun, by the way. It's like, you've gotten so many great movement options in that game between, like, the flame burner, like... Okay. Didn't have my hand ready on the D-pad yet. Like, yeah, the special attack from that flame weapon that gives you a mid or dash. The fact that you actually have a second mid or dash as well. The sort of grappling hook from, like, sponge wire. Probably just like a run with some insane movement. Oh yeah, I still need to enable the freaking mission for today. Remember, but you had a lot of problem with movement in X2 at the X Legacy Collection on PS4, and there you can't remap controls. Fair enough. Yeah, the fact, all the X games in general, like the fact that you have dash on A and jump on B means that if you want to jump while dashing and jumping, you kind of have to piano grip. Yeah, for sure. Like I've even played the Mega Man X games with a piano grip casually, because it just makes much more sense with that control scheme. I think you can, now that you mention it. Yeah, I gotta say, the shoulder buttons are not that great on the SNES controller. That's the one thing I'll say about the SNES controller. They often just don't work, yeah. I mean, you can do things to make them work more reliably. Like you can, I know you can get better rubbers. There might be more mods you could do, but those also tend to wear out after a while. Oh, the auto web, that can fail for different reasons related to DKC2. If you're talking about DKC2. Arm pumping, yeah. AKA pain. No. I've heard that arm pumping can actually be pretty fun. But yeah. Surely gives you stuff to do. Yeah. I mean, that game just has a... It just asks you to use a million buttons at once. Oh, did I pick my high score? I think I might have tied it. I should have paid more attention. I might lose 4 seconds here. Okay, no. Cool. .33 out of 10 Century 2. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair score. What about SM? Oh, DJ Mike Max. Thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it. And welcome everybody. Hope you had a good stream. What were we up to? If I may ask. I need to enable all the jobs. Oh. Oh. Well, that's how that run ends. That's not good. I didn't touch it. That was just hardware failure. That sucks. Is it still inserted? Like if I go to the home menu, does it still detect it? No. Okay. I was hoping this would never happen because I've seen it happen to Eponymous. It was a good run too. It sucks. What sucks more is the prospect of that potentially happening on more runs in the future. That sucks. That sucks.